Back at it again, hitting y'all with another barbecue Q&A. Let's get into it. All right, so first question up is foil or butcher paper. Depends on if you're trying to speed your cook up or if you're trying to preserve your bark. So as always, I'm gonna give you both. If I'm trying to speed my cooks up, foil is known as the Texas crutch. It's gonna help you, get up to temperature a lot sooner. I will say the only time I'm really using a lot of butcher paper is with brisket. With ribs, I'm either not wrapping them at all, or I'm using foil paper. Or I'm using aluminum foil to get things wrapped up a little bit sooner. I can't give you on which one I prefer, but I will say I use foil more often than I use butcher paper most of the time. Yeah. All right, we got, what is the most overlooked part about the barbecue process? I would say to have fun, man. Like a lot of folks, we get in our heads and we get caught in the details of a lot of these things, when all in all, it's really about having fun, man, and having good vibes, you know what I mean? Barbecue is about community, it's about people being around, it's about joking, it's about having fun, it's about laughter. Don't skip out on that process. Even if it's you out there alone, maybe you're doing a long cook, I know some stress can come with that. Play yourself some music out loud or do some fun things that help that cook be less stressful. Don't be out here, with the grumpy face making barbecue. Why did you start this barbecue journey? For like a lot of folks, man, I really didn't start this journey with any type of plan in mind. It kind of came together over the years. If you look at my stuff from 4, 5, even 6 years back, it's a lot different. It's a whole lot different than what I'm doing today. One of the main things that I've always wanted to do with this platform and with barbecue is inspire other folks to get out and cook, whether that's for your friends and family, whether that's for your community, or just your peoples, or if you want to sell food, whatever it might be. It's about getting out there, pursuing the things that make you happy. I know for a lot of us, barbecue is a hobby, a lifestyle, a way of making a living, and I'm all about inspiring folks to do so, while at the same time, making sure we exemplify faith, family, and integrity. Biggest tips and advice for me with my barbecue journey, man, I'm probably gonna regurgitate what I just said, but really, man, it's about finding your style of barbecue, right? Finding your voice. What do you want to say with this platform? What kind of food do you want to make? What impression do you want to leave on people after they see your content, or they buy your food, or they come to your place, or your food truck, whatever it might be? What do you want people to take away from that experience with you? Any vegan or vegetarian recipes you've tried yet on the grill? I've tried a ton. I haven't filmed a ton, but I've tried a ton. And now that you asked that, you know what? Maybe this summer that might be something that I kind of play with a little bit. There's some more options for our brothers and sisters who might not be eating the meat. Maybe they're more on the vegetable side. We might show them a little bit of love this coming up summer. Can you really tell the difference when using peach butcher paper? That's a good question. Can I tell the difference? Yes, like very much so. Do I really care for the difference? Not really, man. Like I said, when it comes to butcher paper or foil or not wrapping it at all, it's really about what my goal for that particular cook is. Now, I'm not a restaurant owner or a caterer or a food truck owner, so with that I got a little more wiggle room with me being able to switch my style up and trying a lot of different things. I will say, if y'all are out there that might be watching this, if you're more on, in line with, trying to start a food truck or catering or doing pop-ups, you might want to really fine tune and get clear on, am I only going to use butcher paper, or am I only going to use foil for, certain instances? You might want to have a game plan for that. But for folks like myself, who we just in the backyard, we having a good old time, switch it up, see what works best for you. Do you like to flip your ribs over as they cook to get a sear on the top side? Very good question, my man. Typically, if I don't have to flip them, I won't. So a lot of times, like on, let's say my offset smoker, I won't flip them. If I'm running a little hot, or if I just feel like having some char that day, and I'm on my drum smoker or my Marshall, my center box, something that's more like, the heat source is at the bottom, then I'll definitely play with flipping those and trying that out. But if it's an offset cook or something that's really like, fuck was that? Damn. If it's an offset smoker or a cooker that isn't so dependent on the heat being, you know, from the bottom, I don't even know what I'm trying to say, but y'all know what I'm saying, not so vertical, whatever that might be, then I might just, you know, stick with just cooking it straight through and not worrying about flipping them too much. Are you able to grill on that Oklahoma Joe's electric pellet smoker? Yes, you are. It's titled as a smoker, but it's great for grilling as well, man. You could definitely do all types of cooks and different things. They got accessories and add-ons. You can play with them too. But yeah, definitely, you can grill on that. All right, we got another question here. What is your 3-year barbecue plan? My plan is to not have a plan. I like having a platform. I like being able to exemplify, you know, fatherhood, being a husband, being a present family man. Right now, I'm just kind of seeing how things come to me. With that being said, I do got some things planned out, but as far as like an actual 3-year goal, I'm just going with the flow right now, low and slow. Have you thought about buying a custom smoker? Man, I think about that every day, man. Do I have a need for a custom smoker? Not right now at this time, but have I thought about it? Definitely. With smokers and grills, man, and y'all know I got a bunch of these, man. With smokers and grills, there's so many different things you can do. It's like solving math problems. Like a lot of times there's multiple ways to come up with a solution. A lot of times there's multiple ways you can cook a type of, you know, a piece of protein or a meal. I like having options. I like mixing things up. I hope that kind of shines through within the content that I put out. And I just like inspiring folks to get out in their backyard and cook some good food for their families and for their friends, man. I appreciate y'all, man, submitting all the questions. If I didn't get to your question, I'll roll it over into the next episode. And y'all know how I always like to end these things. If it's your grill, it's your rules. If it's your food, it's your rules. And as always, it's done when it's done. Peace and love.